Hello beautiful people, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be filming a makeup look with a bunch of new products that I've got. I'm not going to use like a brand new product for every single step in the makeup look, but you guys will be seeing some new products thrown in here to this video. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Sky. I am 30 years old. I have textured skin, I have large pores, and I am very dry. So that is my skin in a small story basically. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I will have my name right here for you guys, and I'll have a link down below. If you guys ended up liking me, you can also subscribe. I'm only going to say it one time, but you can subscribe, hit the notification bell, but make sure you hit that notification bell if you really are interested in my videos, because I don't have a set schedule, so I post when I'm able to. I throw videos up when I'm allowed. Like, that's just, it's not more so when I'm allowed, it's just when I'm able to actually sit down, film, you know, edit. Editing is the pain in the ass, and you know, doing the thumbnail, oh my god, that is the most dreadful freaking thing ever. And so is editing, honestly. Just gonna throw that out there. So is editing. But I first want to start off with a new product by NYX. This is their NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. I have tried Milani's brow pen, and I actually really do like that. And what shade did I get? I got Taupe is the shade, of course, because I usually and the shade Taupe. I just want to test this out, see what it's like. But I just want to see. Oh wow, that's pretty dark. It honestly has a very red tint to it, which freaking sucks. But I just want to give myself some natural brow hairs in the front and at the end. It does have a decent pigment into it, and it honestly is a pretty wet formula, so it seems like you may be able to mess around with it a little bit if you go a little bit too high or a little bit too low. Normally I do, but the consistency of the formula is actually fairly decent. A lot of people are saying that this is a good brow product, and it reminds them of the Urban Decay Brow Blade one. I don't remember which name it is, but it's their brow pen. And it is a brush tip, which is nice. I prefer brush tips over a felt tip any day, because brush tips are just a lot easier to work with. They bend a lot easier. They're not really hard and tugging on the skin. So it's more natural looking. I might go in and do some extra brow hairs after I fill them in with my brow gel. It's not a new brow gel. It's a little ABH one I'm trying to finish up, because I'd rather it get used than go to waste. So I'm just going to run that through my brow. I'm going to show you guys the difference with it with the brow gel and without the brow gel. Now, do not mind what it looks like without the brow gel, because I always don't do a very good job when it comes to doing the brow pen. But, I mean, it looks pretty good. It's not too bad. It is starting to clump up over there, but that's from the AVH brow gel. It's literally almost used up, which is nice. Because I want to start a project pan. If you guys would be interested in that, I mean, I'm going to do it either way, but if you guys would be interested in it, I will do a project pan video if you guys would like to see that, because I have so many freaking products that are opened that I need to use up, which I have been using up quite a bit of stuff, which I'm very proud of myself. Give myself a pat on the back for that, because being on YouTube, it's very hard to use things up. I mean, I'm not an everyday YouTuber, but, you know, it is hard to use some products up. This isn't a new primer. You guys seen this in my last video. This is the Mercier one. I'm going to use this really quick and put a decent amount of it on my face, because my sunscreen, of course, has dried up completely. And I'm sorry if this jacket is making a bunch of noise. I'm about to take it off. But it sinks into the skin so nicely, and it's very smoothing. It's a blurring primer, which I appreciate, and it's hydrating at the same time. I can't really tell. I was watching one of, oh my god, what's her name? Oh, shit, I can't remember her name. I'll put a picture of her up right here for you guys to see who I'm talking about, but it was funny. She had a video she just put up the other day, and she had this little dot of primer on for like a good 10 minutes throughout the whole video that she left. But, oh nice. And here I am talking about I have a black dot on my face. But it just blurs the freaking pores out so nicely. I do have a lot of hormonal breakouts going on right now because I am dealing with some stomach issues as well on top of all that. But, I mean, it just feels so smoothing. It's very soft. It does dry down pretty quick. But it's a freaking very nice hydrating type feeling primer. But it dries down quick, if you get what I'm saying. So, actually, I think I want to do eyes first today. I have this stack of palettes right here. I have some singles in those little palettes, you know, for eyeshadow, blush, and I have a bronzer that I also got. I have all of these palettes. All the new Alter Ego ones, one of the new OFRA palettes that I got in my BoxyCharm, and then I have some BH palettes on top of the Naughty palette that I got, and there is this new one from Voss. I think I might go with this one today because I haven't got to show it any love yet. I haven't got to try it out. So I think we will use that today. I may incorporate a shadow from over here. This is by Devinah Cosmetics. I bought a little palette from her. Only these 4 shadows are Devinah's. The rest are Sydney Grace shadows. And it's sad, but you know, one of them broke on me the moment I freaking got it. I was so aggravated about that. But these Devinah ones just look absolutely gorgeous. And I really want to try them out. I haven't got to test them out yet. So I may incorporate a couple of the green ones in with this palette because I wish this one had some more greens. Or I may use some from the Kaleidos palette. I don't know. We're just going to wing with it and see how it goes. Before we jump into the freaking eyeshadow part, I want to take a little bit of the Auric highlighting stuff and just throw that on the high points of my face. I absolutely love this stuff. I normally use this all over my face, but today I think I want to more so just, you know, do it on the high points because I don't know which foundation I'm going to use, but one of them is a little glowy type of foundation, so I think I might just want to stick with putting it on the high points of my face. I'm just taking the excess and I'm going to run that on my nose area, blend that in, and put some on my lip area. We actually are going to prime the eyelids really quick, which I need to find my primer. I'm going to use the Alter Ego Eye Base. I really like this primer because it is very similar to the Urban Decay, but it's not as drying as the Urban Decay. So I just want to blend this in really, really good all over. And it's not like a full coverage type of eye base either, which is okay with me. It's not, you know, very stark on the eyes if you're very, very pale, or if you're deeper skin toned, it's not. Well, with deeper skin toned, I really don't know. This is the Olive You Forever by Voss. I got this in BoxyCharm, so I really, really want to play with this palette. So I'm just going to take a nice, you know, tapered blending brush. I really don't care for these ones by Morphe. These are the ones with the white bristles. I just don't care for it. I'm going to take this shade right here called Wink, and I'm going to put this all over the lid as like a base for my priming, or my eye primer, I mean. So just very lightly want to blend this all over my eye. I think it blended out pretty good. I'm going to take this shade right here called Wishful, and I'm just going to run this in my crease. Okay, these are actually blending really, really nicely so far from what I am seeing in my mirror. It's got some decent pigmentation to it. It looks true to color. That would be perfect for, you know, an everyday one and done eyeshadow. I think that is really, really pretty. It does look like it is kind of patching right here on me though. Just right there, it looks a lot deeper. And I always try to have a light hand when I'm blending in my shadows. I think it's cute. I'm going to dip into the shade right here called Charmed. I thought about, you know, what about a halo eye? A halo eye seems pretty fun today. I just want to focus this on the outer portion of my lid. I just like to take what is left on my brush and just sweep that across. It's not a whole lot of pigment in the very inner portion of my lid, but it's also, you know, not light in a sense. So I'm actually going to dip back into the shade Wink, that first shade I went in, and I'm going to run that on the outer portion of my crease. They're actually blending in together pretty nicely. I think I want to use the shade All of You for like my inner corner area, which is this beautiful shade right here, Or I may use Major Spotlight, which is this really pretty champagne-y color. But I actually want to use one of the Devinah Cosmetics on for my halo eye. So I grabbed my NYX Glitter Glue, I put some on my hand. I'm going to take a really nice thin brush that will help place this on my eyelid really nicely. I'm going to actually layer the glitter glue on both sides because I like to be able to go back and forth. So I'm going to place the glitter glue just right in the very center of my eyelid. And I want to make it to where it goes up to my crease area. I'm going to take some more of those mattes and blend them up more in my crease area after I place this down first though. This is Devinah. This is one of Devinah's like duochrome shadows, and this one as well. And I think these are just some glitter shades. This shade is Phenomenon. Beautiful shade. Just that freaking reflect, man. It gets me every time. Right here you can see it just shifts into gold and green. It's so pretty. So I'm actually going to take my brush and dip into that shade because I don't want to use my finger. I always get messy when I use my finger for my halo eyes. And I just want to place that. And her formula is so buttery smooth. This is the first time I've ever actually used her formula before. But from swatching it just a moment ago, that stuff was like silk. Oh my gosh, I felt so good. And it's actually laying on my eyes pretty nicely. Britt Clark raves and raves and raves about Devinah Cosmetics. She is the reason why I even bought these in the first place. Oh my god, dude. Between these and the Kaleidos Cosmetics launch, oh my gosh, dude. I'm like obsessed with all of these new freaking launches. And it really helps using the NYX Glitter Glue to put all of these, you know, shimmers or duochromes or metallic shades at their full potential, because it really intensifies it tremendously in a beautiful way too. It's not like, oh my god, wow, that looks like shit. It's just so beautiful. Absolutely loving it. I'm going to take my brush that I used to apply the very first shade, and I just want to very lightly blend this first. And then I'm going to add some mattes to mesh them two colors together. I haven't done a halo eye in a hot minute, y'all. Like, it has been a minute since I've done a halo eye. So I'm going to take a little bit more of the NYX Glitter Glue. I did clean this off. And I want to put this on the very outer portions of the duochrome. And I want to add one of her glitter shades from Devinah. That's what I plan on doing. I know I always switch up what I want to do, but you know, I want to get creative. I want to play with these shades that I bought. This shade called Orion or Orion, I don't know, but that's the one that I'm going to use, and this is a glitter. And I want to place this on the outer edges of the halo eye. That is such a gorgeous shade, you guys. Oh my goodness gracious. That is a really pretty green. Wow. Dip back into it again just to add some more. Holy shit. These have so much pigment into them. They remind me a lot of like how the Kaleidos ones are. But these honestly are a lot smoother. The duochromes are, at least, were a lot smoother texture than the Kaleidos ones. The Kaleidos ones are nice. They are. I love that palette. I clean this brush off again, and I'm just taking what's left on my hand for the NYX Glitter Glue. Popping that original shade in the very center of my lid to make it pop a little bit more. Wow, you guys, that is so pretty. I'm going to dip back into Charmed, and I'm lightly going to pack that around my halo. And I'm taking the excess. I'm not dipping back in. I'm taking the excess, and I'm just lightly going to run that over the glitter shade. Now I want something really soft to help, you know, brighten my inner corner, because this just looks pretty dark in my inner corner area. So I'm actually going to dip into the shade Major Spotlight. And I want to place it just on the top area for right now until I get done with my base. I do this to myself every time. I'm like, oh, we're going to do a light, easy makeup look. And then we don't. I actually want to take the shade Wishful and Wink. And I'm going to mix these two shades. And I'm going to run this in my crease to help lighten it up some. And I'm using more of a fluffier blending brush. Just so I don't have such a harsh line with the shadows meeting the glitter. Like there's literally nothing above it, so I want there to be something above it at least. I'm loving the little halo effect. So now we're going to move to foundation. This is the NYX Born to Glow foundation. This is new to me and I got the shade Fair. Juicy Jazz said that this is a dupe for the Fenty Pro Glow foundation. Or this shit just got all over my pants again. Oh wow, this is a really liquidy ass foundation. Apply this. I'm actually going to use a sponge. I'm just dabbing that in my hand. And we're going to apply this to the face. It seems like it's a fairly decent shade match. And it looks like it has a decent amount of coverage. Hell yeah. I even got the concealer that goes with this as well. Wow, my sponge is pretty dry. I thought it was wet. But my sponge is pretty freaking dry right now. So I may have to go wet this. The way it feels like I'm gonna have to blend it in pretty quick. It feels like it's drying pretty fast. And I don't care for foundations that do that because I like to be able to have my time to work with them. Because I really like to take my time with blending in my product. But it does have a really like medium, light to medium type of coverage. It could be buildable. I'm not sure because I don't want to take it to that level. I may in certain areas just to give myself that little bit of extra coverage. But just looking into the camera, it actually looks fairly decent. Oh, I don't know about this, you guys. It looks like it dries down matte. Is this foundation supposed to dry matte? Yeah, I have spots on my face to where I like first applied it and then started to blend, and it's like patching up in them areas. I'm gonna take my Colourpop and spray my face pretty freaking good too because I want to get it wet again. And then spray my brush, I'm spraying my sponge, good lord, just so I can quickly blend this in because this is not looking that hot on me. Yeah, see, like it's showing a lot of my texture. And of course, for me having to spray my face the way I just did, picking all of the foundation back up, which I mean I'm fine with because I gotta put concealer on down there anyways. The shade seems like it's oxidizing a little bit, and I'm pretty sure I got like one of the fairest shades that they have. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play around with it and use like a really hydrating primer underneath, which the Laura Mercier one is supposed to be like a hydrating blurring primer. So I got the Born to Glow concealer. I'm actually just going to apply a little bit of concealer in my troubled areas because I would love to be using my Pat McGrath right now because the way this is looking, I'm not liking it that much. And this concealer is kind of like the same formula when it comes to you have to blend it out fast. I hate products that are like that. I mean, I like a fast setting concealer and foundation, but I also like to have the time to be able to work with my products and really work them into my skin. Because with having dry ass skin, man, you have to work fast with certain products because if not, they just look horrible on you. Because if you're oily, you know, you have your natural oils coming through. It helps blend in products very easily. With this, no. Just say for me. And honestly, this concealer has a fairly good amount of coverage. It seems like it emphasizes my lines a little bit more. I don't know. I've been having a lot of issues with products emphasizing under my eye area. I think I'm gonna have to spray my face again just to blend a little bit more. Oh my god. This is not turning out the way I wanted it to. I have been dying for this little thingy to come back in stock because I bought one in the full size at TJ Maxx, but I didn't realize I bought the one that is the deepest shade for medium to deep skin tone. But I do want to try this out. This is in the shade Baked. It's a little mini because I'd rather have miniatures anyways. Minis are so much easier to go through than a full-size product because the one that I have that is for medium to deep skin tones, wow, that thing is huge. People say that these last for literally years. So I'm going to just apply a little bit. Wow, this looks pretty freaking orange. Oh no. I want to apply just a little bit because from what I see, people say that it blends out very, very nicely. I sprayed my brush again just to get that worked into it really good. And I'm lightly going to blend this on the upper area of my face. You want to blend it up to help give you that, lifted effect. But the way I'm blending this right now, it's not. Dude, this looks really orange on me. I thought it was going to look too orange on me, but really, I kind of like the way that looks. Holy cow. Because me and Butte Bean like some of the same type of complexion type of products. And this is her absolute favorite. I wouldn't say bronzer because I don't know, but her cream bronzers, this is her favorite. I love Milk products. Milk products are so freaking nice. So I'm just going to take what's left over on my sponge and I'm actually going to run that on the top of my forehead because I'm going to use a powdered bronzer to like set over it anyways. So I really don't want to draw more on my forehead because I don't like my forehead to have a shit ton of bronze on it. Because I still have to contour and all that good stuff. Which I have another product that I haven't really used. And this is by, she's a TikTok girl. I don't know her name, I'm sorry. But I think it's Addison Rae is her name. Okay, this is from Item Beauty. I've only used this one time, and that was a really long time ago, so I don't remember what I think about it. But I want to try these shades out. This looks like it's way too deep for me for a bronzer, so I kind of want to use this to just lightly powder over my face for bronzing, dipping into that lightest shade. And I want to run that over the cream bronzer just to help mesh in the product. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. I really like the way the Milk one looked on its own. I like working with powdered bronzers on my forehead more than I do a cream bronzer because I just feel it's a lot easier to handle, for me at least. Now that all that's done, I need to do my nose. I'm sure you guys already know which one I'm going to use for my nose. My Kaleidos. I can't stop using this, you guys. Like, this is just the absolute most beautiful freaking contouring palette for fair skin. It really is. I don't know what it is about it, but I love it. I'm just lightly blending this into my brow bone area to help cohesively have it line together very nicely. Everything's laying better and everything is blending a lot better. Clean brushes can always help tremendously. If you have dirty ass brushes, you want to clean them on a regular, you do, because product formulas mix together and then it can fuck things up. It can make things go patchy on you and it just won't look that good. It won't. You'll want to clean your sponges too. I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to dab that into that lightest shade. And I'm just lightly going to run that up like that. With the Violet Voss palette, I need to finish off my lower lash line. So I want to dip into the shade Wishful and just lightly dab into Charmed, which was the two darker shades that I used on my eyes. And I just lightly want to run this very, very tight into my waterline area. Because these type of shades honestly make my just make my eyes look really, really red, and that's why preferably I don't like to use these type of red toned browns, but I've already used them, so I gotta. But yeah, it just, these mattes are blending out so freaking nice. You can get this in your BoxyCharm or Boxy Pop-Up, whatever it is. I would definitely grab this if you want a color story like this, because again, it is very neutral and warm, but it also has them couple pops of green, which are really pretty. I'm going to use my Hourglass Blush in the shade Mood Exposure because I think it would go really pretty because it has like that plummy tone into it. I think it would be really pretty to pair with this. I normally like wearing like a neutral type of blush with green shadows and browns, but I think this would very easily make it look pretty. Oh, I should have used that Bobbi Brown one. That Bobbi Brown freaking blush, you guys, is, oh my god, it's so dreamy. It is so absolutely stunning. That is the Milk Makeup bronzer. I think it's pretty nice for being fair skin toned bronzer. But the only thing that sucks is they only offer this shade. And that's it for the mini. It's like, why don't you offer both? They say that they want to, you know, have colors for everybody, but why do you only offer the miniature size in the fair skin tone range, like from fair to light? Why don't you offer the deepest shade one in a miniature? Like, I don't understand why they don't do that. That is so dumb to me that I think they do that. I don't know, it kind of aggravates me a little bit that they do that. They don't offer it for a deeper skin tone to be able to try it in their shade. I don't get why companies cater to light and medium skin tones. Why can't you cater to tan and deeper skin tones as well? Give miniature options for them as well so they can test it out to see if they want to buy it, so they don't have to splurge and spend all that money on something that they may not like or they may love. You just don't know though. I think this would be really good to use in my waterline. I think this will really complement the eyes. This is one of those Shockwave neon liners. And the green one. Wow, I think it goes really good with this, but you guys can't really see it. It's called I Got Ya. It's kind of hard to see. Since I did all that, I'm not going to throw any highlight on because, you know, I have the glow underneath the foundation and everything already, and this foundation is glowy. So I just want to spray my face. I forgot to set my under eye. Oh, fuck it. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but it's definitely noticeable with some lines and shit, which just sucks. Ugh. I'll just have to pull my Charlotte Tilbury out. She always works. She always comes through. This is the Colourpop BFF in the shade Ashton. I don't know about this foundation, you guys. It's just not settling with me very well. I completely forgot to set anything on my face. Like, everything I forgot to set. But I do want to try this one out. This is by the Elizabeth Mott, and it's a It's So Big mascara. It's a tubey mascara, and I want to test it out and see what it's like, because I'm always on the hunt for a tubey mascara. Thrive Cosmetics one is just way too thin of a formula for me, so I don't really care for it. But this one actually isn't too bad. It's not really even like lifting my lashes up. They're kind of just laying flat a little bit, which I really don't care for when my lashes do that, because I don't wear false lashes, so I like it to where my lashes actually show mascara on them. This is definitely a mascara for more of like an everyday type of eye look, not for a dramatic eye like this, you know. It's just not working for me. So I'm going to dip back into the Major Spotlight shade, and I will throw swatches up when I'm doing my outro for you guys to be able to see what this looks like. All of the shades being swatched. That's what the eyes look like, you guys. I am so freaking loving this look. It's so pretty, so pretty. So I will have everything linked down below for you guys, and I will throw swatches up on each side for each of the palettes or the single shadows that I used, so you guys can see the palette and the single shadow swatched side by side, so you guys can get an idea of how I created this look with the shadows. So I just love it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. If you guys liked it, let me know down in the comments below, and let me know if you guys have tried anything from Voss or from Devinah Cosmetics. Devinah Cosmetics, I think, hands down, is probably one of the most creamiest freaking formulas I have ever felt. Like, they, oh my god. Their duochromes are chef's kiss. Absolutely beautiful freaking products. I love the way that my eye is looking right now. I love grungy, you know, I love grungy looks, so they're my favorite. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have a great day or night. Stay beautiful, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!